Okay, what is going on, everybody? And this is your boy Juggernaut097 back with another episode of the Juggernaut Show. And it's been a while since I made a video. Like, I've been really, I've been absent probably since SummerSlam, with making YouTube videos on my channel, which, I want to start getting back in the grind of making videos again. Which I'm like, you know what? Why not? Let's do some predictions for WWE War Games or NXT War Games. Which it's kind of weird that they're not calling it Takeover. Because I still want to call it Takeover, like NXT War Games or NXT Takeover War Games. I just want to call it that because I just got in the habit of saying when there's an NXT special coming up, I call it a Takeover. But we're in a new we're in NXT 2.0 now, which we'll talk about that more in a little bit. But go grab your drink, go grab some food, go grab a snack, and I'll roll that intro, and I will see you guys in a few minutes. So I'll let you guys go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys here in a little bit.
Welcome in to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, I mean always, he means always, they mean always, you mean always, she means always, an instant classic.
Danny Dunn! Hi, Jake.
We will see you on the flippity dippity. Oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we are here to talk about NXT Wargames 2021. And also, if this is your first time ever checking out my channel, please hit that subscribe button. That will really help me out a whole lot. Also, go follow me on all my social media platforms. You can see my Twitter right down there at the TrueJSB. And Instagram is the same thing, the TrueJSB as well. And while you're at it, go subscribe to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we're here to talk about NXT War Games, which, it really doesn't feel like a big takeover like, how they usually feel. Of course, we're in this whole NXT 2.0, it's not the black and gold brand like it used to be. We got all these new faces. It's just a lot of new stuff that's going on with NXT, which it's hard for me to get into. Like, I don't really like it that much. I've been trying to. Like, each week I've been trying to watch the shows. But it's just so hard, with them introducing all these new characters at once and, like, this getting shoved down our throats. Like, I remember it was like back in September when they were saying, oh yeah, we're gonna be revamping NXT. Like, one week it was the black and gold brand, the next week it was 2.0, which I hate the name NXT 2.0. I feel like the creative team were back there like, oh, what's a good name, so they had a whole bunch of names on the board, and they threw stuff at the wall to see which name is the best, and they go, yeah, 2.0, that's the best name. And it's probably a Vince idea. I mean, I do like some of the aesthetics a little bit with the show, like some of the way they have the, like, CWC set up, because I mean, I do kind of like the vibrant colors, but like, I don't know, just. And DJ and Adam and them said, this NXT kind of feels like Raw or SmackDown Light. I mean, and that was Vince's plan in the first place, to make the NXT more of like a developmental before you going up to Raw and SmackDown. They don't want really these indie guys anymore, which, what was the point back in the day, signing all these indie guys, and then, you never, you put them up to the main roster, and then a few months later, they get released. Like, I just didn't understand like why Vince did that. And I guess, he could say, yeah, look, he goes like, look what I did. Even though it was Triple H's idea, I mean, it's still under the brand of WWE, and Vince still runs everything, so he could take credit. Goes like, yeah, I did this. This was my idea, even though it wasn't his idea. It was Triple H's idea to, basically rule the indies. And now he's turning NXT into his actual idea, which, I mean, I want to give it some more time and stuff, but like, so far I haven't been a big fan of this whole new NXT revamp. I mean, there are some things I like with it. I love what the Diamond Mine is doing. Toxic Attraction isn't too bad. Braun Breaker isn't too bad. Like I said, I kind of like more of the vibrant colors, because when they did have the black and gold, in the CWC, it seemed like really grungy and like really dark. And now it seems more like something you see on the main roster, like I said, more of like and this NXT right now is more like a Raw or SmackDown light. And it's kind of hard for me to get invested, and the reason why is because I feel like, why invest your time in this brand when some of these superstars might get released in the future here. So, that's another reason how I look at it. But yeah, let's quit wasting time and let's go ahead and get started with these predictions. So the first match that we're going to talk about is the NXT Tag Team Championship match. We got Imperium defending the titles against Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner, which Von Wagner and Kyle O'Reilly, they earned this match by beating, it was Legado del Fantasma in a number one contenders match this past week on NXT. I actually see new tag team champions here. I feel like they're really trying to push Von Wagner up quite a bit. He's one of these new superstars here, which I remember it was like that first episode of NXT 2.0 where they brought in Von Wagner to be in that Fatal 4-Way match. And, now he's pairing up with Kyle O'Reilly, a pretty good veteran in the ring. And I feel like this can make Von Wagner more legit. And, why not put a title on Kyle O'Reilly? I mean, I wish he was going for the NXT championship. But, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate to kind of what they're doing with Kyle O'Reilly right now. But, at least they're trying to do something with him. I wouldn't be surprised in a few months if he's, asked for his release in the future with Kyle O'Reilly. But yeah, I'm going to say that we're getting new NXT Tag Team Champions right here. And who knows what Imperium do. I don't know. That they really haven't had a really good title reign. Who did they beat to get the... Oh, yeah, they beat... it was MSK to get the titles. Was it back at... the last takeover that they did? I think it was. I can't remember. But yeah, I got Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner winning the titles there. Okay. And then the next match we have is the Cruiserweight Championship match. Excuse me. The Cruiserweight Championship match. We got Roderick Strong defending the title against Joe Gacy. I think this is going to be an interesting match. I mean, the storyline is like really seeming interesting with Joe Gacy. He's another newcomer. And I feel like this whole show is like kind of being split between the old school versus like the old school NXT versus the new school NXT, or like the 2.0 of NXT. Which Joe Gacy is another, newcomer here. Which I like how they have this kind of set up here. You got your black and gold and then you got your whole, your vibrant colors over here. I think that's pretty cool there. I like that. Um, but yeah, Joe Gacy. His character, he's very, outspoken. Like, it kind of reminds me of what they tried to do with Seth Rollins, like the whole embrace division type of thing. Like, he's more of like Joe Gacy is a more of like a messiah type of character. Trying to have people follow him and go in his direction. Yeah, he's pretty good on the ring, and he kind of reminds me a little bit of Kevin Owens, a little bit, like, not the way that he's like built. I kind of like a little bit the way he's built, but like the way he kind of moves around in the ring, he kind of reminds me of Kevin Owens a little bit. And he's just sick and tired of the way everything, you know, everybody's kind of like the way people get portrayed, like with the whole Cruiserweight Championship. You have to be a certain weight to go for the title, like, and whole, he did like this intergender wrestling match. He goes like weight doesn't matter and all that. So I kind of like what Joe Gacy's doing a little bit here. I mean, at first I didn't really like him, but his character is kind of growing on me a little bit. But I do not think that Joe Gacy's going to win the Cruiserweight Championship right now. I think it's going to be Roderick Strong to retain. And I think it's going to be a pretty decent match. I think it's going to be good to see what Joe Gacy has and what he can do here. So, yeah. And then the next match we have is Cameron Grimes going straight to the moon. And he's going to be going up against Duke Hudson. Like I said, so you got your old school and you got your new school right here. So this is going to be a hair versus hair match. And I think this is going to be an interesting match here. With Duke Hudson, doing this whole poker room thing he's been doing, and Cameron Grimes has, kind of been getting lucky with beating Duke Hudson, in a couple poker games these past few weeks, which have been pretty cool. And then Cameron Grimes goes like, you know what? How about you put your hair up on the line? He goes like, okay, yeah. So they're going to be in a hair versus hair match. I don't see him shaving off Cameron Grimes' head. I mean, he already got some of his hair chopped off, which, I mean, he does look pretty good. Not gonna lie, he doesn't look too bad. But I feel like the heel is gonna get their head shaved. I feel like Duke Hudson, he's gonna be bald. He's gonna be getting his head shaved in this match. I mean, that's kind of usually how it goes, in these kind of like hair versus hair matches. But who knows? I mean, it could be the opposite way. But I just don't see him doing that to Cameron Grimes. I don't want to see him bald Cameron Grimes. That would not be good. I would not be a big fan of that. But and I don't feel like the fans would get behind that well either. So yeah, give me Cameron Grimes to win this match here. Okay, what's the next match we got here? The next match we have is the Wargames match for the women. We got Raquel Gonzalez, we got Io Shirai, Cora Jade, and Kaylee Ray going up against Toxic Attraction and what's her name? Toxic Attraction and Dakota Kai. Toxic Attraction being Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane. Oh man, this is kind of a hard match to predict here. I feel like they're gonna go with. I feel like they want to keep the whole Toxic Attraction strong, and this would be a great way to keep Toxic Attraction looking strong here. But I don't know. I'm gonna say that Raquel Gonzalez and I don't know. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna say that Toxic Attraction wins. Because, yeah, like I said, they need to keep him looking strong here. But then again, they're bringing up Kaylee Ray Cord. You know what? I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna say that Raquel Gonzalez, Io Shirai, Kaylee Ray, and Cora Jade win. That's who's gonna win this match here. Because I feel like they could. I feel like Toxic Attraction can lose a match here. This is hard. Like, this is probably the hardest match for me to predict here. Because I don't know what direction they want to go with here. I think it's gonna be a decent match though. It's not gonna be bad. Which, what's something I'm missing on this show is them saying William Regal coming out and saying War Games. You know how he says War Games. I'm missing that right now. I really wish he would come out and say War Games because it doesn't feel like War Games. That's one thing I'm missing here. But yeah, that's how I'm gonna say wins. Raquel Gonzalez and Io Shirai, Kaylee Ray, and Cora Jade win. And then we have the main event of the evening. We got, so like I said, we got the old school. We got Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano. DIY is back together. Could this be the last time that, they kind of tag up together? Eli Drake. Yeah, I mean LA Knight. LA Knight. Pete Dunne going up against Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker, Tony D'Angelo, and Grayson Waller. Now, this is probably the easiest match to predict right here. I see the 2.0 guys going over, the new school guys going over, because I feel like Tommaso Ciampa can afford a loss here against I feel like Braun Breaker, he needs to get it win, maybe pin Tommaso Ciampa, and then that'll be his way he can earn his match against Tommaso Ciampa in the future. And eventually I think that Braun Breaker is going to take the title off of Ciampa. He's going to be the person to do it, which I wish they would let him call him by his, actual name, the Steiner name. But hey, I guess maybe he has to earn that. I don't know. But I think this is going to be an interesting match here. Yeah, but the 2.0 guys are going over here. The new school guys are going over. I like what Carmelo Hayes has been doing. Braun Breaker, he ain't too bad. Tony D'Angelo. So I think it's been pretty cool. This stuff here, with these war games been going on here. But yeah, that was all the matches for NXT Wargames 2021. So you guys can go down in the comments, tell me who you guys think is going to win each match. Really short predictions. I think the show's going to be good. I think it's going to be a good show because usually, these past NXT shows haven't disappointed, which I don't think this is going to disappoint either because there's still a good Crave team in the back. They still, know what they're doing back there. More than the main roster knows what they're doing. Because I'm pretty sure Shawn Michaels is still back there, on the Crave team. Pretty sure Triple H is still doing things, helping out the Crave team. So I feel like they know what they're doing, and I feel like this is going to be like finally ending the old, and this is going to be starting the new generation of NXT here. This is like the end of the black and gold and the start of NXT 2.0. That I did this, get rid of this now, and now they're full-fledging, or they're making NXT 2.0 the new stars stand out. That's what they're trying to do here. But I think it's gonna be a pretty decent show. Go down in the comments, tell me what you guys think. Are you guys looking forward to the show? Are you guys not? And I'll probably be back with a review for this show. With DJ, probably with Adam, probably with Casey and them. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to get back into making more videos again. Go in the comments. Tell me, what you want to see me do on my channel. Because I want to, start making more content on here for you guys. But yeah, this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out.